away, but now the ball's on the ground. Left, looking in trouble. He's safe, and that's it. The Falcons are home to win. That's the key. There we go. Game on the line. A stumble. Nick behind. He's taken down. And for the second straight year, the game ends on a sack.
And welcome back to Coming Off the Edge, a
We did it.
different podcast.
We did it.
Show. We did. He finally got the intro right, and we didn't stutter. How about
Nope.
that?
We did not. There would have been 3 weeks in a row. So we did back to back. We were on our Drake stuff for messing up the intros, but here we are, properly doing it, coming off the edge. What's up?
What's going on? And we have a fun-filled show tonight.
As always.
We're going to go over some week one stuff. I say stuff, but matchups. Maybe a little bit of a Chaos League review
Shout out.
going into the first week of the season, and maybe a fun little draft at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting hopefully a couple more people. At least we know Jeff's coming. Shout out to everyone being busy. Shout out to the crew, but at least we're here doing what we do.
We're doing what
We're
we
here.
do.
So you mentioned the Chaos League, right? So that's what this show was started from, right? We had the 12 Chaos Commandments. All 12 of us picked a rule. Besides Taylor, we actually had Matthew Berry. He took a while. Shout out Troy for shouting out and got Matthew Berry to give us a rule. But we started the Chaos League. So here's the Chaos show, right? So off top, do you remember any of these crazy rules that we did?
I know we were discussing one at the pre-show about the negative 1.69 for incompletions.
Incompletion.
Negative
1.69.
1.69.
Was that Cooter or Troy?
I think it was Troy.
I think Cooter and Troy both did the 6'9". Nice joke. Yeah, dude, there's so many. Dude, I can't even think. What was mine? Twitter decides the first round.
Yeah.
You can't pick back-to-back positions.
Yes.
But
yes.
Dude, in the league, it's 2 super flex, 2 flex. So
2 tight ends.
Oh, dude, we're getting wild out here. So me and Chef actually were going up against each other.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting. Hide the Carrots is my team. Shout out Taylor.
Shout out to Taylor. Hide the Carrots.
And it looks like I am ready to wipe the floor with you.
Yeah, but dude, it's because I don't have a second quarterback. Like, I legitimately only have one quarterback in a 2 super flex league.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, man. Like, what were you thinking?
Well, dude, 1.69, negative 1.69 points per incompletion when Sam Darnold is the best quarterback on the board, when I could have picked like Mike Evans. Like, you got to go Mike Evans. I don't have Mike Evans, but I'm just giving a player.
Yeah, if you don't have Mike Evans, that's the whole thing.
No, but I was just giving a player, you know what I mean? Like, and the rule was kind of.
So you'd rather have Corey Davis than Sam Darnold?
Probably in a negative 1.69 incompletions, because don't we have like some crazy first down bonuses? There's so many different little idiosyncrasies of these rules that it's. Do
you have the rules available by any chance?
Somewhere, dude. Not here, but shout out to Chaos League. No,
I'll see if I can find them.
Not here. But anyways, but me and you are going up against. But like, I mean, dude, I'm looking. Look at this team, dude. I don't know. I got Judy, Gibson, Sutton. I'm starting Judy and Sutton. That's like kind of a problem. How do you feel about starting 2 wide receivers from the same team? Like, it's kind of like Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Like, you kind of feel comfortable about that, but like Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, like, who knows about Sutton coming back with the multiple knee tears?
Well, I think Cortland Sutton was looking pretty good at the tail end of preseason. He looks to be up to speed, ready to go. Yeah, it says right there. He had a touchdown in his return. And I think with Teddy Bridgewater, he's going to be the go-to wide receiver in that offense. Judy more so to spread the field and to get open a little bit more. But the Broncos want to run the ball first and foremost. They have Melvin Gordon. They have Javonte Williams. Both are going to be used. Cortland Sutton, I think he is going to be, like I said, the go-to wide receiver. Jerry Jeudy, he could be next level. Like, we just don't know because we didn't see enough of it last year. What we did see from him with Drew Lock was that he did take a couple of balls to the house, and we're hoping that happens this year, but it's yet to be seen.
And that, like, he had what, 109 targets, only 53 receptions or so.
Yeah. I mean, half of them were
52.
Drew Lock's,
and
half of them
130.
were Drew Lock's fault.
Yeah, exactly. So getting Teddy B, someone who's known for a little bit more accuracy because he gets the short to intermediate passes. So, dude, not only, how I just had Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. I'm going for the trifecta out here, dude.
You have Noah Fan as
well.
Oh
my God, dude. This is why I'm getting demolished week 1 by you, is because I have 3 receiving options from the same team.
I mean, that and the fact that you don't have a quarterback.
I have 1.
In a 3 quarterback league.
How do I pull up your team?
Just click on my team.
Here's your team. Swift, Eckler, Kupp, Claypool, Jack Doyle, John. Sermon, Gus Edwards. Did you draft him or did you?
Wait. Scroll up. That's not my team.
Oh, it's not.
No.
I tied the carrots. Oh, what the heck?
That's my team.
Psych. Gotcha.
Psych.
Anyways, Joe Mixon, Kamara, Ridley, Woods. Oh, Ferkser. You got Henderson.
Henderson.
When did you draft Henderson?
In the 16th round.
Insane.
Now, mind you, we did this draft, back in February?
Really? Yeah, probably, right? March?
Yeah, it had to be March.
So this was well before a lot of things have shifted. Either way, like, even if we did this in June or July, like, we would not have known about Cam Akers' injury.
No.
So 16th round for Henderson. I mean, at the time, no one had a lot of questions. We all had a lot of questions on Henderson because we knew Akers was going to step into a more dominant role. But 16th round, dude, for Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, it's money in the bank.
I
hope. I'm searching for these rules. I really wish we had them.
I have them somewhere on my computer, but there's no, dude, trying to fill the idle time as I search that, it's going to be hard. But so here, shout out Michael Pittman. What are your thoughts here on Michael Pittman? He could move into number 1 role, ? I mean, T.Y.'s down?
I think he is the number 1 guy in that offense. I mean, you look at his build, 6'4", 220, very equal to Alshon Jeffrey back with the Eagles. It matches up with Carson Wentz. And then the coaching thing there, the coaching matchup with the
coaching thing. Coaches happen.
The coaching thing happens. With shout out High Noon, it's already getting me.
Shout out.
But we love our High Noons on coming off the edge. But no, I think it's a matchup made in heaven. I mean, he's a big target for Carson Wentz, and that's what he likes. He likes his tight ends. He likes his bigger wide receivers. He's not so much throw the ball down the field and see if someone can catch it on the sideline. He's more middle of the field, end zone, like the 20 inside the red zone. I think Michael Pittman is going to eat in this offense.
Sure.
Shout out to Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines as well. Both of them looking good this season.
But like a nice big body target, like what? Like Campbell's a slot guy. I know. Oh my God, what is that guy's name? Strachan.
Michael Strachan. They also have Zach Pascal returning, and T.Y. Hilton is out on IR, I believe. And I'm not trusting anybody outside of Michael Pittman right now.
Campbell, slot guy.
Campbell, I mean, he's
on his
cheap. I mean, if we're talking dynasty, he's a cheap waiver ad right now, possibly, or a cheap buy. You could probably get him for a late 3rd round pick in dynasty, which I'm okay with it. And if you want to take a shot, you're not really losing too much if he doesn't pan out. But he's been injured the past 2 years, so there's really not much to say about him because we only had a small sample size. He did, I believe, run like a 4.38 at the combine in his rookie season, or leading into his rookie season. But like we said, he's always been hurt, and shout out to Jeff. You really can't trust Ohio State wide receivers.
Oh man,
not named Terry McLaurin.
What about Michael Thomas?
Well, yeah, I guess you could trust him. Not now, though.
Look at that first game, though, man. 9 targets, 6 receptions, 71, and then boom.
Wasn't that the year with Drew Lock, though?
What? Campbell? That was last year with Rivers.
Is that 2020 with Rivers?
Yeah.
29.
Dude, he's always been with the Colts. Anyways, something I want to talk about here. You got Jamar Chase sitting on your bench.
Do I?
Oh, no. No, you don't. Are you concerned about the drops or what? Like,
I mean, do I have him on my bench?
Yeah, really? You got Jamar Chase on your bench. Look.
No way.
You got Gabe Davis.
Oh, cool.
Sweet, bro.
Yeah, I am kind of worried about him.
We
I am kind of worried about him. Like, if I don't need to play him in week 1, like, why would I play him? I didn't even realize he was on my bench.
You don't have him. That's my team.
No, it's my team. Hide the carrots. I'm hiding Jamar Chase. Maybe I can get some money, a better trade for him. I go to Taylor and say, hey, do you want Jamar Chase? Yeah, give me a ransom for him. But yeah, I'm a little concerned. Minnesota's defense is looking really good this year. And against the Bengals, I'm nervous about what the Bengals are going to do this season. You know, Joe Burrow did not look good in the preseason. Jamar Chase had the drops, or he looked scared actually catching the ball if you go back and watch some of the video. So I'm nervous about that.
Concentration.
I really like T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of T. Higgins. I'm not afraid of Tyler Boyd. They've both shown that they can do their thing in that offense. But Joe Mixon, it's another one because the O-line is a little suspect. And if they think that they can lean on Mixon, that means he might be limping off the field early again this year. So I'm a little nervous about him as well. And yeah, Jamar Chase, let me see what is going on first, because I have great wide receivers like Michael Pittman, like we mentioned.
Gabe Davis.
I have Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods. That's all I really need. And I think I just took out Jamar Chase and put in Darrell Henderson in my flex.
Oh, because that makes complete sense. I mean, if you're concerned about the drops, that's fine. He hasn't played in a year and a half in those minimal little preseason games. It look like what? They're concentration drops. Those are drops that can be fixed. So it just kind of comes down to the chemistry. And you kind of noted there on Burrow not having confidence. Well, it was reported as LSU teammates Thad Moss and Jamar Chase told them, dude, you got to pick this up. You're lacking the confidence. You got to be more outspoken. And Burrow recognized that. I mean, dude, coming back from a gruesome knee injury like that, it's got to be in your mental. I've never had, I just did a meniscus injury, so I've never had something like that. So I don't know what the psychological toll comes from that. So, I mean, dude, it's got to be there. So hopefully he gets to shake that off. There's going to be tons of targets to go around. Like you said, the offensive line, it's always concerning with the offensive line because it's bad. But, you know, who has worse offensive lines currently ranked? I think Minnesota might be, Raiders and the Steelers. So that's Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs, and that other running back. Who did I say?
I don't know.
Najee Harris with the Steelers. So if you're going
to
be concerned about mixing, you got to be concerned about these rankings that are from PFF. So, you know, take a grain of salt, I guess, if that's your thing. But these teams still have bad offensive lines. And I forgot who had the stat out there that they kind of reference top running back finishes, and not a good amount of them actually come from bad offensive lines. So get your touchdowns, maybe if it's PPR, like Swift going up against San Francisco this week. You know, a lot of people are probably concerned about that. A healthy San Francisco defense with Bosa coming back, and they had a couple other notable injuries that I'm forgetting on the spot here.
Yeah, I like Dalvin Cook going up against the Bengals.
Dalvin Cook.
That's not a problem. That he's my go-to running back this week. He's my RB1 this week. Yeah, start your studs. Don't be a dope. Start your studs. I mean, that's common basic knowledge. One guy that I like, and I'll mention a little bit here, is a tight end who I didn't get to get any shares of this season.
Who?
Tyler Higbee.
Who?
He's going up against the Bears this week.
Hey, and Bears. Shout out Dave.
I think he's going to be a sneaky good tight end this week, probably inside the tight end 5 area.
Until Jacob Harris comes around.
Hey, Jacob Harris.
I mean, Stafford, dude, Stafford. I'm so excited for Stafford, man.
I am in.
He goes from nothing. I mean, he goes from Hawkinson, which is fine. You know, he had his whatever it was, 109 targets last year. Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay when they were fine, but now he gets Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Higbee, whatever you want to, about that. That's just exciting, man. And an offense, McVay's gonna want to push the ball down.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I'm looking forward to it. What are we thinking about Mark Andrews? Didn't he just get a contract extension?
Yeah, 4 year, 4 years, $14 million a year. I think. What is he the highest paid tight end? Is that what I read?
I mean, if he's not, I guess he should be, right? After that,
dude, 4 years. They wanted to get that contract done. They got it done. Obviously, due to the injuries happening, we got Bateman going down. Hollywood had that hamstring concern. I mean, he's finally got to be due for 100 targets, right?
I'm not sure if he's going to get 100, but yeah, I guess with all the other injuries going around, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities.
I mean, dude, you're paying a guy $14 million a year. You got to utilize him. Obviously, he's what, decent there in the blocking game. And speaking of Mark Andrews, just a really good tight end. Just like what a great segue into finding out a little bit more about Mark Andrews.
It's Jeff Bell.
Jeff Bell is here.
What's going on, Jeff Bell?
Good to see you.
Jeff, welcome, man.
Sorry about that. Good to see you. Got the kids down, so I'm excited to be here. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on, so
yeah.
I'm very happy.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations to Girl Dad for Life.
For life. Go for another one, Jeff. Go for another one.
I am not going to go for another one, but Corey was on it all the way.
So.
It's my turn. It feels like a baby is needed to be a successful fantasy analyst. I mean, 2/3 here, have a baby, two recent dads, a recent first-time dad over here. I feel like a baby is just missing from my equation.
Don't put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, you got a lot of living to do,
Corey. Don't load I got to load the wagon.
You're not going to skip some steps and just give Corey a baby. What? I'm sorry, I just popped in and I missed what you guys were talking about previously.
Mark Andrews, actually.
Mark Andrews.
It was just brought up.
A little bit about Mark Andrews. So,
yeah
he got the extension, so that's great. And, the injuries in Baltimore's receivers is going to
– we covered that.
Fantastic opportunity. Of course, you covered it because how would we not cover it without Mark Andrews? The biggest thing last year, so I did that deep dive on Football Guys about Mark Andrews. You look at his usage, and up until Max Williams got hurt, it was not until Nick Boyle, not Max Williams, got hurt. Nick Boyle is one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. Once he got hurt, they switched to a lot of the the 12 formations that they did, or they used fullback more than any team in the league. And so they switched from doing that to using 3 wide receivers, and that allowed Mark Andrews a lot more freedom in the middle of the field to work, and his targets increased, and anybody that played fantasy last year saw that towards the second half of last year, he was what we expected out of him. The problem was that the way he started, it was not what we expected. And so many people had very high hopes for him of reaching that elite level of tight end. For him not to do that early, that it was the narrative was cast. And I think that many people already wrote him off because he didn't deliver early.
Wow.
So you think it's an uptick in targets and production this season?
It's really hard to I'd like to think so because I do believe he's the primary receiver for Baltimore, and I've said that all along that we can get excited about Rashard Bateman. I think he's a very good player, and he'll come in and certainly help do that. But Mark Andrews is going to be his 4th year in the league now, I believe it is, and so he's got experience working with Lamar. He's a proven Pro Bowl level tight end. And so I do believe that he's going to be the primary option. And, the passing game last year, the way they used it was almost exclusively out to Mark Andrews and to Hollywood Brown towards the end of last year. And so certainly some of that is going to help because have other guys that can get, draw a little bit of attention and be able to work. And so that's, bounce over. That's one of my primary concerns on TJ Hawkinson. I certainly hear the argument about him not having competition for targets, but he also doesn't have people helping him get open. And so I think tight ends, and I think that I draw a parallel between these two players. They're right next to each other in almost any ADP. And you look at their situations early last year, I think Hawkinson's really going to run into some of the things that Mark Andrews struggled with early last year, where he doesn't have the help to get open. He's, the field is crowded and they're trying to run the ball more in Detroit. And so I am concerned about Hawkinson. And in that vein, I'm excited about Andrews because I do think Baltimore figured some things out.
Don't put that hex on me with TJ Hawkinson. I love Hawkinson. And the latest report coming out of Detroit was that Jared Goff loves Hawkinson as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right. I mean, he is the number 1 target in that offense. There's no way that it's Tyrell Williams or it's Amon-Ra St. Brown off the rip. The offense is going to run through Swift. It's going to run through Hawkinson. But I'm excited for both of those players. I think for fantasy purposes, both of those players are the guys you want in this offense and really no one else.
My concern, though, is how much scoring is going to be coming out of the offense. Because, if that's the worst offense in the league, it's great that those are the guys you want. And Hawkinson benefits because usually the tight end ceiling to be a useful tight end is much lower. It's just one of those that delivering at ADP if he's able to get the production in the red zone, if they're able to get into the red zone and get him into the end zone. I'm just worried about – I think Detroit's going to be a tough team, and they're going to try to chew the clock and go for that. We're going to bite your kneecaps or whatever else it might be. I love their offensive line, and I think that's an undersold point about them. They have one of the very best offensive lines in the league, and they're all very young. And this is one of those I struggle to buy all the way in on Amon-Ra St. Brown because I think he's a player that certainly dynasty people are excited about, but would it shock anybody that if they were to go out and have a big free agent signing and then turn around and draft a guy like Chris Olave in the first round, and all of a sudden this excitement about Amon-Ra St. Brown turns into like, okay, well, he's just kind of there. He's almost like not the Van Jefferson type thing, but like it's just not room for him all of a sudden overnight. But he could pop too. So
he's a fourth round, rookie selection. That means 32 teams passed him in the first 3 rounds. Shout out math. So it just makes you think. And, obviously this is just like the analytics versus film debate, like 4th round rookie selections, day 2 or day 3 even. No, that's day 2. Wide receivers, it's kind of like a little sus. So, but apparently they're raving about him. He's doing well.
Yeah.
And he was one of those guys that really worked hard. I mean, even pre-draft, coming from his brother, he's equanimous. He turned around and said, watch out for my brother. My brother's better than me. And anytime an NFL wide receiver comes out and admits that their brother is better than them in football,
younger or older?
Equanimous is older.
So stupid, dude. He's in the NFL, and
the older brother.
He flunked a couple grades, so he held back.
Well, he might want to be getting his brother drafted though, too, at the same time. I don't know.
True story there.
Thank you for the diversion from my my dumbs. Not all questions are dumb, but I think that one might be.
So what topic did you guys talk about? The Baltimore backfield, I assume. Is that where you rolled in?
We were talking a little about the Chaos League.
We talked a little bit about our Chaos matchup. Coincidentally, Corey and I are going up against each other, and Corey just realized that he does not have more than one quarterback.
I didn't just realize. I knew that. Like
in a double super flex league.
It comes down to Jeff and how he drafts with 0 running back. Like, why would you reach on a guy when there's value there?
Why are you putting it on Jeff? Why are you putting your team downfall on Jeff?
I'm not. I'm just saying with the negative 1.69 completions, I wouldn't value a Sam Darnold at team need when a better player is available. Given the league rules. Like,
do you want Sam Darnold or Corey Davis?
I'll take Corey Davis, given the rules. And I'm happy to be wrong.
Well, what if these rules change?
Yeah.
It is the Chaos League.
Well, I guess we could.
What about the swap rule? Isn't it like if I beat you and then we play again, you get to like pick my lineup or something?
I think it's like bench one player. What is it?
You have to bench one of my starters.
Like if you beat me, you get to pick one person I bench or something?
No, I think that if you beat them when they play them again, you pick their lineup or something like that. But I know
we have the rules.
The thing that is really going to get interesting is the Tuesday switch rule. I think is something that has, when I look at the moves that's been going on in the league, I think that's something that has been underrated because I've almost playing it like best ball where I've gotten, ordinarily, what's that?
It's one switch, right?
I know, but at the same time, if you got 2 or 3 extra wide receivers or something like that, whereas I feel like in a usual dynasty league, I'm trying to funnel assets and just, build as much at the top and thin out my bench as possible, especially. So I know my home league or in safe leagues, the way that draft order is figured out is best ball is kind of run in the background in your lower scores. And so I optimize all my benches there where I don't want to have wide receivers that might pop off for 2 touchdowns on my bench and I don't get those points, but then I get doubly punished by counting it on my, my draft standing too. But at the same time, like on this league, I did a trade with Mike. And so I got back Juju Smith-Schuster. I got back DeAndre Hopkins and I got back Chris Carson. I gave him Aaron Jones. And I gave him Chris Godwin. And so, the youth of Godwin certainly versus DeAndre Hopkins, that's a consideration. But, it's been an off-quoted stat that dynasty leagues usually run for 3 or 4 years and before they kind of peter out. Hopefully that's not the case.
We're friends, though.
But we are friends. But I picked up Juju in that deal thinking like, okay, Juju's another guy that, the top 2 end of this might be pretty similar in scoring, but Juju gives me a wild card where if he pops off one week, I don't necessarily have him in my lineup. I can put him in. So I think that's the consideration that I've been treating the league.
Yeah, dude, you're just kind of smart with it.
I try to be
the brain of the organization.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but I think important part that we need to pull from that is like, I forgot who did that, but they did note like dynasty leagues only kind of typically last just a couple years. But obviously if you're with friends, it's different. Like shout out to us and our group. I would hope we're not done after 2-3 years, but that puts the value on like Hopkins versus Godwin. Like Hopkins has a chance to, I guess Godwin does too, but you know what we're trying to say? Like an old guy that's good for 2 to 3 years for a typical dynasty league, like you might as well go grab him.
Well, and I think that in our mindset too, it's just kind of the nature, and you got to put value on youth and dynasty, but I think that there is a little bit of a tendency to value the unknown youth that might do nothing versus taking production out of, you got a couple, 2 more 3 years, you feel like with this wide receiver versus, I'm going to take Amon-Ra St. Brown versus like a guy like Julio Jones. Whereas like some people are like, well, Julio's just about done. I might need to move off on him. I want to get into St. Brown. But at the same time, it's just everything is just so up in the air and you don't know how things are going to work out. And so there's certainly that risk involved.
Fair enough. Well, think about like immediate production too. Like
yes,
if you were to know Julio has 2 years left with his, let's just say 15 points per game, would you take him or Amon-Ra St. Brown if you can get 8 years with average production? Like, which would you prefer? Obviously, contender versus rebuilder, I guess it matters, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I completely know what you say, because I do think that that's something that's not emphasized enough of, what is the ceiling on this player? Whereas, like, sure, Jamison Crowder might give you production, or Jarvis Landry might give you production, but how many weeks are Jarvis Landry winning you? Or what does that production really look like? Versus, a guy that can go out there and put up 35 points in a week and really swing some matchups.
Shout out, dude. It makes you think, like, who are some older wide receivers? We got Thielen, Jones, Hopkins is up there. Is he 30 yet?
He's 29, I believe.
So eventually, because that's how math works.
Yeah, you're eventually going to be 30 years old.
Hey, look what I found.
I
found something.
I want to know what you found.
You found the rules?
Yep.
Share them.
I was going to try to look back at the draft.
Okay, so for everyone, 12, Taylor sucked because he did not get the rule in, but we changed it to the Matthew Berry rule. So Matthew Berry gave us a rule. His rule was...
it's only negative 0.69 for incompletion.
Oh, it's 1.69 rushing first downs.
Shout out.
Dang. I mean, that's still pretty bad. But yeah, here are our rules. So the Matthew Berry rule number 12 is every week, this is going to be tough. Every week we got to draft a backup quarterback. It doesn't matter if someone rosters it. It's just a side draft within the league. And if that backup quarterback, like a Marcus Mariota, he plays, his quarterback points take over for our quarterback. So we can have Patrick Mahomes going. We draft, Marcus Mariota.
John Wolford.
Yeah, John Wolford. Stafford goes down. Wolford comes in for one quarter, puts up.
We do need to do this draft,
3
by
points.
the way. We kind of need to get on this. It's Tuesday, the week 1. We probably need to do this.
Do we do it like the week 1 or do we do it week 2?
We do it week 1, of course.
Yeah, dude. I feel it's Tuesday. Anyways, we'll talk about this after. Here's our things. Oh, lowest scorer sends 10 fab to the highest. I'm going to blow all my fab so I don't have any. Oh, yeah, the sabotage. That was John's rule. Oh, my God. What was that? That was the one where you could pick your opponent's lineup?
That was on the rematch.
Lowest scoring team has to drop a starter. Oh, my God.
And that is part of the reason why I'm making sure that I have some options on my bench to be able to switch in for a score.
Oh my God! Bench one previous week starter. Oh my!
Yeah, that's why I'm not putting Jamar Chase on my starting roster yet.
Dude. I'm not thinking at all. Dude, there's no way all 12 of us are following these rules.
No,
you're the commissioner, so you gotta get this together.
Everyone picked out. I win. Wow.
But I got James in our draft. I got Jameis Winston in the 10th round, by the way, and that worked out pretty well.
It's the honor system. Everyone in the Chaos League, please just follow these rules.
I got Darrell Henderson in the 16th round.
We're talking about Corey not having a quarterback. I
don't want a second quarterback with these incompletions.
But here is the reason why you do. because of that quarterback rule. Whereas I have Josh Allen at my top end. I can put him in the flex, and I don't have Josh Allen in my quarterback spot, and I'm not risking losing Josh Allen's points. I can risk losing Jameson's points or losing Derek Carr's points versus your best quarterback is who?
Russell Wilson, and that's my only quarterback.
Russell Wilson's your only quarterback, Corey. So unless you pick somebody up that you're getting nothing from, and you're playing it that way.
I have a loophole that I have yet to say, and I will not say.
I think we might all have the same loophole, by the way.
I don't care. I have it. I will utilize it.
Several people have thought of the same loophole.
Jeff,
every week I'm drafting Andrew Luck.
Drafting Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers.
I'm saying that there is a loophole that I have identified as well that I've thought about.
It's me and you then probably. I mean, dude, there's every single rule we have almost. There's like a kind of a way around the loophole.
But
so shout out loopholes.
That's kind of that's the way I play fantasy, and that's the fun of it, and goes to the importance of knowing the rules in your league that you're in, because you know the rules by heart, then you know how to figure out how to get around the rules and work the rules to your benefit. And that's where you really start. It's one of those things that you go from being in leagues to playing leagues. And I think that that's something that I've transitioned the mindset over the last month or so. We've done so many of these dynasty drafts and drafts throughout the season. You reach the point where you go from I'm drafting my team to versus maintaining a team versus I'm playing the league now. And so I'm that's when you start to work out trades. You're certainly working the waivers all constantly. And that's really the big difference that you're going to run into that will separate you from being a very good manager, especially in dynasty football, versus kind of being in a league and having fun, and certainly you have fun the way that you're going to have fun. But that's one of those that I tweeted out yesterday. How do you define success in fantasy football? And Corey had a great response. Corey said fun, but my questions were, do you factor it on if you make the playoffs or if you win a championship or if you win money doing it? And so I think that in my mind, and many of the responses agreed with what I look at, is if I make the playoffs, I've played the league, I've done my best of my abilities, and then depending on how the luck works out, that's kind of where championships really end up. But what are we? What am I missing?
We're hackling over here because
you're
Corey
hitting your mic, dude.
I'm not hitting my mic.
No, it's Jeff.
I'm hitting my mic. Is Jeff it unplugging?
That's why. Yeah, dude. All right. So me and
I
Chef
thought it was Corey.
No. Me and Chef were having a moment because I muted his mic. He was like, "What the heck happened?" He muted my mic, but then I'm pointing down to you. It's not a big deal, sorry. Jeff. You're talking with your hands, but you were hitting whether it's your table. There was just a nice. I
think I'm hitting my cord was the problem.
Oh yeah, probably.
You were making such a good point. We couldn't interrupt you. That's why I was muting Chef. I was like, okay, it's not me because I can hear it. Chef was muted. I could still hear it.
This is very much an amateur setup down in my basement, and I'm trying to figure some things out. So I apologize for that. So
dude,
I do talk with my hands, and so I need to watch that.
It's the Chaos League out here. I mean, it's wanted, but me and Chef were curious. We're muting each other. But I'm just happy we got it resolved. But I don't want to.
I'm going to sit on my hands now. I'm going to sit like
you're
this.
The commissioner, man. When's the draft? We should do it now.
Yeah, let's gather up the 9 other people. Is Juan working?
I mean they are. So the 3 of us can pick 1, 2, 3.
Well, you know how we should do
figure out the rest.
You know how we can do this.
100-yard rush. Let's do a 100-yard rush right now.
Well, sure, we can do a live 100-yard rush to figure out the order. But if we can set up a mock, and we can do a mock and just drop it and make sure everybody gets in there, so that because you can mock for position specifically on Sleeper, and so Sleeper's got a really cool tool, and it's something that I actually use.
But would you have to insert the actual lineups that we already have?
No,
so those players don't get picked?
No, we would just have a completely separate mock because you can only pick backup quarterbacks. And so we'd have to know from the pool you can only pick backup quarterbacks. And you can certainly do it on Google, but I'm giving Sleeper a plug, and so hopefully you're watching.
Shout out Sleeper HQ.
Sleeper, and I just wanted to mention
who am I forgetting
that I use to build ranks because I'll do a mock by myself, positionally on running backs, and I'll kind of go through and I'll test myself. If I'm on the clock, who am I going to take? And so that's just a tool that I use.
All right. 100-yard rush for our Matthew Berry's backup quarterback draft. The rule that if the backup quarterback plays and gets points, that quarterback will then take place of our starting quarterback's points. Here is the 100-yard rush to determine the draft order
I'm putting Sam Darnold in my starting.
Is this draft order for every week?
There's a difference between playing.
No, we should do a quick one of these every week.
Okay. Here we go. For the first week, our backup quarterback draft order. I did the fastest. Hopefully this goes quick.
Oh yeah, it's fast.
I'm so slow on 100.
Look at me.
What is going on?
I got like a torn ACL up top, dude.
No, because Corey and I have the same idea, so I need to beat Corey.
Mike is definitely not.
Mike always wins things like this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Second.
One. Oh,
Corey, what a sprint.
Six.
Corey, you beat me by
David.
Dave's last to the table, bro.
Wow.
Man. All right, clip that.
Let me clip this. Wow.
I'm always seventh or 12th, it seems like.
That was exciting.
I've never gotten that high in a 100-yard dash.
Daddy Chef won. Top 3. We got gold, silver, and bronze. So, Chef, you got the second pick, man. Do you want to let Mike know?
Who I'm picking?
Yeah, Mike. Wow, I'm sick.
I don't even know who's available.
Shout out Justin, dude. I'm happy Justin came around. Justin, we know you got a question.
Justin
they have to be on the
They have to be great questions.
We are specifying here they have to be listed at number 2 on the depth chart. You cannot be pulling some practice squad guy.
Or like
you
Taysom
have
Hill.
to be number 2
backup
on the
quarterback.
Depth chart.
I would say the backup quarterback
number
number
2. I'm pretty sure on the depth chart. And so Taysom Hill is a guy that
Come on,
he's gonna enter the game
points every week though.
He's gonna enter the game.
So that's a bad pick then.
Yeah, it's a bad pick.
Depends how you play it with the negative 1.69, negative 0.69 in completions. I mean,
oh my god, dude, don't give out secrets, Jeff.
I'm gonna take.
That's insane.
They can't be injured, right?
They cannot be injured. They have to be active on game.
They backup
second on the depth chart. The backup.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I'll probably take like Nick Mullins or Brian Hoyer.
It's a Mullins.
I don't think they are rostered. I thought Nick Mullins got cut.
What's Le'Veon Bell? I mean, Le'Veon Bell signing with the Ravens.
He inks the deal with Cleveland 6 days ago.
Well, dude,
Nick Mullins is for the Cleveland Browns.
Lev Bell's value is because their backup is the dude that people thought were
from the Vikings, Case Keenum.
Oh yeah.
Lev Bell's value,
I think, Rush?
Is
zero.
Cooper Rush.
Zero.
Cooper Rush is a good pick.
Yeah, he plays this Thursday though.
Considering that I have Dak,
we're talking about Le'Veon Bell, Chef.
I think his value is the last spot on your dynasty roster. If you don't have a guy that is in that spot right now,
no. I have good teams, so I don't even want Le'Veon.
What is Le'Veon Bell's value?
I like to have a little bit of flexibility in my roster, though, Corey, because if you tell me that you have a good team and you don't have one guy to drop, that tells me that you really don't, because you need to be rolling some guys up and giving you some flexibility, because value comes into the league.
I don't lose, bro.
Oh, and
I don't think I won last year at all.
We're noting on Chaos League in this episode. Corey, time is up. Who is your home team? One team. One team. So I want an official on the show.
Wow. During the draft, it was the football team that was given to me. So the football team will always have my heart. Oh, my God. I've nailed it down to the Lions, the Cardinals, and the Bengals. I live in Michigan. I'm about an hour and a half away from Detroit.
Oh, so you have Antonio Gibson. So
Corey, I'm just going to tell you, as a long-suffering Buffalo Bills fan, that if you're opting into a situation, you do not opt into a situation that does not have a quarterback.
In Brad Holmes, we trust.
Line, you do not.
I don't care about winning.
If you're randomly picking a team, I think we need to be more scientific about this, and I dropped the ball, but we need to at all these teams and see who really wants Corey to be a fan of their team.
You said you were going to do that last show. You didn't do it.
I know. Well, Corey had a baby, and I'm sorry, and I really dropped the ball.
No, it's all good. But Chef, I just don't know if I could pick a team on the spot like that. If I were going to, I'm going to say the Lions, dude.
All right. Well, then it's the Lions.
But I'm the football team.
Lions will give Corey any social media love.
Do you have any Lions on your team?
But that's the thing. I words. I drafted for the football team.
Yeah, but you're saying, yeah, I would say the Perryman, but you do, yeah,
he's on the
he
Bears.
just got cut.
He's on the Bears.
Yeah, so you need to go out and add drop a Lion.
I mean,
if that's the case,
I do have room.
That's my rule. That's my rule, man.
He's just telling us his team. Yo, shout out this team. Okay. So with that, everyone, shout out to Justin's team here. Superflex draft with Mahomes, Herbert, Harris. Dude, what the heck? Dude, Harris is first round in DLF's ADP. Shout out DLF.
That's an interesting choice.
All right.
Shout out DLF.
Shout out DLF.
Shout out DLF.
Congratulations, Corey. I don't think we've been on the show. I don't know that we've properly
congrats,
congratulated Corey on being one of DLF's newest additions. And so I'm very excited for you, and I'm very excited for that company. I think that it's a great, marriage of talent to platform. So very, very excited for you, man.
Hey, cheers to you both.
Jeff, I think we should start our own company.
You think so?
Yeah.
Cheers to you both. But side note, first article dropped today. Everyone go check it out. Tight end premium is a fallacy.
I retweeted it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
I need to find.
I'm trying to pull up our draft here. What are we drafting today? Us three.
Well, my son had his first day of school or daycare, mind you, but yeah, school supplies. Let's do it.
School supplies. I know we talked about classes.
You want to do school classes instead?
Is it school?
School supplies would work great.
Cool.
What about school supplies? That are you in a battle royale with the school supplies? Or are you just picking
Higby? You want to do battle royale since
battle royale with
battle royale school supplies?
Pick a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Pick a weapon. So if we're gonna murder each other in school,
you're in a battle royale and you've got school supplies at your disposal. Are we talking student school supplies, or are we talking?
That's what I was going to say. Can I be a janitor, pick up like the freaking hand? Okay.
I think that we got to rule out janitors and like
something that you can get from Staples,
the big,
or Office Depot, or something.
Well, is the big paper chopper? Is that something that I don't know?
I think we should. I think we should nix that since you just.
But like, you're not going to be like, hey, can you just give me your hand real quick so I can chop it?
You're right.
Well,
I think my first pick would have to be scissors. So if I get a good sharp pair of scissors that have a good point on it.
That's a good one.
You spelled it right, yo. Shut up.
Well, I mean,
skizzers. I mean, dude, that's a tough word, dude. I've been out of school forever.
I'm terrible at spelling. Probably reflects my writing.
I don't know.
If this is it, I'll take a stapler. Because that could be pretty painful.
Staples at you. Watch out.
I'm gonna staple your hand and staple it to your head.
Oh my god! Battle Royale school surprise. Yeah. What would happen if the purge is going on in school?
Is it the zombie outbreak and you got to keep yourself going?
Yeah. You went with the scissors. That's got to be the first one. I mean, that's the most immediate, like.
Unless they're those like dummy
those
scissors, the little ones with the dull edges.
I'm going with the legit
the rounded edge scissor.
We'll give you the plastic ones, the kid safe ones, because they're from kindergarten. We'll give you the normal scissors, the one that will hurt you. So Battle Royale, dude, that's insane. Yeah, watch me take paper. Hey, I'm gonna get you a paper cut. I'm gonna go with a pen. Just a nice Pilot G2 pen.
You can write bad things about people.
Because I want to say pencil, but
hurt your feelings with them.
You could break a pencil, Yeah.
School
supplies. Now I got a question here.
Are awesome.
I got a question about school supplies. Is a backpack a school supply?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm gonna go a backpack because you could choke people out with that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, and you know what? Give me a laptop because I'm gonna hit somebody over the head with that laptop.
What if schools don't allow laptops? The teachers have one probably.
Okay, so I've got a stabbing utility tool. I feel like
I have a shield and a projectile item right now.
Well, see, I don't know. Like, are we staying in the classroom? Or are we just talking about because like a cafeteria tray? I feel like would be useful.
I'll allow it.
Fair.
You want that?
Sure, a cafeteria tray.
How do you spell tray?
T-R-A-Y.
Oh my gosh.
Trey Young.
Trey Sermon.
I'm dumb, man. Dude, there's a reason
cafeteria Trey Sermon.
There's a reason why I got happy I spelled scissors correctly.
Then I feel like turn it around and go with a compass. Like it's got the jab.
Dude, they still use that?
Yeah, I think so. You still got. I think they
sharp,
still do math in school, Corey. I don't know.
All right, so he got to use the cafeteria tray. So I am going into gym class and pulling out the bow and arrow.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's a school supply.
No, come
Bow and arrow is not school.
I played bow and arrow in high school.
They use plastic freaking arrows, dude.
No, they don't.
I know, but come on, dude. That's
hey,
bow and arrow.
Hey, man, come on.
Come on, dude. A cafe tray is one thing.
Cafeteria tray is one thing.
It's a
bow and arrow is something else.
I mean, a bow and arrow. They have them.
Come on,
like archery class. Like, come on.
No.
All right, a baseball bat.
Okay.
Oh, all of a sudden.
I'm more open to that because at least that's
why. Because every high school has a baseball bat.
I mean, come on. Mine didn't. I didn't do archery at my school.
Well, I did.
Baseball bat, Jeff. I feel like we got to accept the baseball bat.
Baseball bat, I can live with. Golly, I want to redraft now.
Go.
We're
in the third round.
I always break these things every time. You know,
the softball bat. It's the same damn thing. Get the hell out of here. No.
It's different.
No.
Okay. I'll just put bat. Okay. I mean, dude, that's lucky. The cafeteria tray is one thing, dude. It's plastic. What am I going to do? All right, then I'm going to take the weights from the weight room.
Golly, guys, we're just off the rails completely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, dude, a cafe tray is one thing. He went bat. Now I gotta level up.
No, I feel like weights and
I'm taking the bar, dude, without the weights.
But do you need gym class every day? Yeah, you eat in the cafeteria every day. I don't know.
I mean, I had gym class twice a day.
What? Yo, I went bowling in my
senior year in high school. I had 2 gym classes.
That's awesome. Yo, what's the bar called on the bench press? I want that
bar. Just a bar. A bar. Metal bar.
Bench bar.
Just give me a crowbar.
That's like what, 25 pounds, I think, right? Or something? Dude, I'm hitting people. And it has more reach than your typical small baseball bat. So I'll see you, chef. What's good? All right, back a bench bar.
We're gonna end this with a gun from the security guard.
I mean, dude, occasionally
a security guard gun.
I mean, it's a school supply, bro.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, dude, shout out to Chef with the bat. Okay, I'm up now. What am I bringing? Doing? Oh, I mean, what about the chemistry? Fucking chemicals.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I feel like my picks are
bad.
I mean, you did say it's battle royale.
Corey's like doing magic.
Jeff's mad because he's losing.
Hey, wait 1 second with your
chemicals at people with a weight bar, and I'm throwing
acid.
A compass.
No, don't attack me. I need a quick second to formulate this concoction.
We just, I feel like the baseball bat set a real bad precedent.
It did.
We're going with this.
These last.
Probably...
Here we are, Chef. You're back up.
I'm thinking here.
Maybe we'll just count the first 2 rounds.
I mean,
I did like the compass.
Does a javelin count?
from Call of Duty?
Sure, man. Javelin. Whatever.
From track and field.
My last pick, I had the gun from the security guard. Done. I'm done.
I mean, we might as well at this point, man. The first 2 rounds, everyone, those are legit. Follow that. But Chef had to go say a bat, which is the school supply.
You went cafeteria tray. You can't buy that at Staples.
But like a cafeteria tray is plastic.
No, we should have renamed this. Staples. If a riot broke out in your school, what would you use first?
Then, dude, we're just switch the rounds then. We're going, so the 4th round is the first round, and then it's backwards, you know?
You can absolutely buy a food tray, cafeteria tray at Staples. Now, can you buy a baseball bat at Staples?
It's plastic. Like, who cares if you can't, dude?
Could.
I'm sure it's some, what
else?
Could
buy chemistry chemicals there.
But like,
you cannot buy there's a plastic baseball bat at Staples.
There you go. See, some Staples have metal, some have plastic.